In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway, and I play Mia-Li, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian fighter.
That sounds so weird.
Yeah,
Yes.
it did.
I was about to jump in and you were still talking. I was like, oh, yeah, right. But it was cool. You did like a crit last week, so a 19 crit.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, well done. Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm from Wales and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
Ida?
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden and I play Lilith, a wood elf cleric.
Excellent. All right, Henrietta?
Yes, last time we started with kind of going through Cracker's changes, that she has been meditating and been training with the militia, and she's now become more of a fighter / barbarian. And Ida didn't think that druids were cool anyway, so she jumped off the Goodberry train. So we have to rely on the horn now that we did get. That's a really coincidence.
What? What? What?
And then we start facing the tieflings because they got out of the woods the last time, and we roll initiative. Denise asked them what they are doing, and they answered that they were just trying to make a new home, and that they needed supplies since they weren't given any when they left. We tried to convince them to return to Neverwinter to help with rebuilding the city, and Charlotte says that they have a job at the docks if they want, and she does a really good job persuading them, so they kind of think that that's a good idea. But they want us to escort them back, and but we are already 3 days out, and we really don't have time to go back, but we promise that we will send word to Neverember that they are coming. And they are kind of on the fence about that, but suddenly the Merilith Sharmala is her name, I think, shows up, and she tries to convince the tieflings to attack us, and then she starts slicing and dicing as she does. We attack her back, and Cracker, the amazing fighter barbarian that she is, she crits and she action surge, and she really chops off, well, I don't know, we can say some of her arms, but we can imagine that. And the other, and we all kind of wear her down with a lot of magic missiles, and Byleth uses some acid, chromatic orb, and she keeps fighting Cracker at the beginning, but she realizes that the spellcaster are wearing her down, so she tries to come after us. She tries to go after Mia-Li first, but she misses a lot, and Mia-Li survives. That's a surprise because I was sure that she was going to die. Okay. When Sharmala is an inch from death, she tells us to stop, and she says that she knows where a certain wizard that we are looking for are. And she says that she has seen him in the ethereal plane when she was stuck there. If we don't kill her, she's going to tell us where she saw him, and she will return to her own plane via portal. We kind of don't trust her, so we kind of confer a little bit amongst ourselves, but Cracker slices her head off. So we're going to find Agamemnon ourselves. And then she just melts into a puddle, and then the tiefling comes out of the woods, and they agree to come back to Neverwinter with us. And when we are talking, there's a dude with a lot of muscles and a lot of swords and a lot of attitude comes out of the woods and demand that we stand down so he can kill the tieflings for their crimes against traveling merchants. We realized pretty fast that he's a fanatic, and we try to persuade him to let them go, but he doesn't listen. And we are not willing to kind of sacrifice the tieflings, but a head tiefling, I don't remember her name, she offers her life to save the others. He agrees, but Sinise steps in and attacks him with a Mindslaver, and then combat starts again. That's where we left off. And he
Excellent.
believes in Lathander and Helm and another guy. I don't remember what that was. Was it Tyr or something?
Torm.
Torm.
Yes.
There you go.
Tyr is a certain manifestation of one of the other gods, but yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well done. Yes. And Mealy gave an impassioned speech about it, and might have had advantage if she could remember the other guy's name.
I'm not too into the god thing, so I'm impressed I remember two of them.
He's only like a major god. I mean, the lack of respect. Oh my goodness. Oh well, fair enough. Yes, so we left off in the midst of combat. Byleth had just taken a turn, but then she was suddenly distracted by some very pretty flowers and decided to go investigate those, leaving the rest of you holding the bag. She probably said something like, "Oh, look at these. These are very pretty. I think I will go take a look at that and see if they can produce any yogurt." And then she wanders off into the woods.
Typical Byleth.
Typical Byleth.
Yeah.
All right. I believe it is Zanise's turn.
I believe so. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Sweep at him.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's not, and he's not technically an idiot, but he's not he doesn't have 17 intelligence, let's put it that way. So like some people. So he is going to take some damage. Well done. And he's going to be limited on his next turn. Okay, well done. Anything else, Denise?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right, the big bad barbarian fighter.
Okay, while continuing to rage, I am just going to swing my great axe a once and a twice.
Okay.
So 21.
The
Is it
21
21?
is going to get through, yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that slices up some armor. One of the sword scabbards gets nicked, and the it actually, the sword actually falls to the ground with a clatter in the scabbard, not the one he's currently wearing. Well done. You gonna stay there?
I'm going to stay there. Yeah.
Okay.
Putting the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely taking advantage of that.
Yes, I'm gonna cast my spiritual weapon
Mm-hmm.
over here.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot of stuff going around.
22.
Wow, yeah, that's going to hit.
And as a bonus action, oh, that was my bonus action, right? I'm gonna, or is it a bonus action first time? Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna cast Word of Sacred Flame on him. On him.
Excellent. Okay. Yep.
I thought. There.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll his dex save.
17.
He's not the most lithe person ever, but he definitely has some moves, so he's going to avoid that. But yes, you did get him with the spiritual weapon.
I'm also gonna
Which-
move below that.
Okay, on the opposite side of the pool of goo that once was Sharmala.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Speaking of swords,
Yes. Let's see. I think I am going to. I don't have a lot of spell slots. I think I'm just going to try Firebolt.
okay.
Nope.
You set fire to one of the wagons behind him. A couple of pilgrims and merchants come clambering out, screaming and shouting. One of them, like, pumping a fist in anger and defiance at you for damaging his property. Two of the other ones are busy trying to put out the fires with blankets.
It's hard casting spells.
Exactly. You look a little bit dark-skinned, so one of them says, "Stinking drow."
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Lady Sea Hauler with her own version of a magic weapon, spiritual weapon.
How bad does this guy look?
He's pretty nicked up and cut up. He's cut pretty good. I mean, you're not necessarily an expert on whether or not he's bloodied, but he
Okay.
looks like he's getting there.
Okay. Well, I don't want to kill him, but I think he can take a little bit more punishment. So I will attack him with my spiritual weapon. Sorry, my what do I even call this thing? My magic sword.
Yeah,
did
sure.
I- Yes. Last time you said to use my any spell attack roll. So I'll use
Yes,
my-
please.
This ignore the damage.
Okay.
Why did I do that again? It should be 16, I think. I don't know why I'm disadvantaged. So 16 to hit. Does that hit?
No. Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I know.
So in that case, I will use my action to hit him with a frostbite.
Excellent.
Yeah. And yeah, 11 was the con save.
So just so you know, I mean, frostbite's perfectly fine. Because you didn't actually cast a spell, you just used your bonus action. If you wanted to cast a leveled spell, you may do so. But the obviously cantrip's perfectly acceptable. He is going to make his save. It doesn't seem to have any effect on him. Yeah, he's pretty beefy. Okay, let's see.
How are you measuring?
Why am I measuring? Why am I measuring indeed? Lilith hiding out over there in the corner. He's going to move past Cracker, allowing Cracker to get an opportunity attack. Feel free to roll 1.
Just
Oh,
saying,
damn it.
remember he has to choose move.
Oh,
action,
yes,
or
right.
bonus
He can only
action.
move or attack. Sorry, you're right. Thank you very much. I did say that and I completely lost track of it. You know what? He's going to just swing at Cracker because he knows that he can't move. Let's have. So just to be clear, is it one attack?
No, it's just an action.
So then he would still be able to use his extra attack feature.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll have 2 swings at Cracker instead of his normal 3 because he normally uses bonus action for that. Let's have Daria, since you were so helpful, thank you very much. You can have 1 roll, please. And Sophie, would you roll 1, please?
Of course.
Thank you. 13. And what?
Yeah. 12.
Thank you. And 12. And what is Cracker's armor class again?
17.
Okay. Yeah, so he's definitely going to get through on both counts. And those are going to be. And both of those are going to come with a little extra smite damage. 10 points and 21 points.
Oh, yowie.
Yeah. You can have both of them, of course. So that'll be 5 and 10, 15 total. And as he does it, he will say, "In the name of Lathander," or something to that effect. And the other guy. Byleth. Crickets. Oh, look. I think I found a yogurt plant. Zanice.
Doing great, Violet.
Yay! Amazing. I really do channel
sounds
Laura
just
very
like
well,
her.
don't I? Really do, yeah.
Yes.
It's like she's still here.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip again.
Okay, yeah, because that was so successful. Okay.
9.
Aha, yes. Well, he's definitely not smart enough to get saved on that one. Okay, well done.
And that's it.
Okay. And Cracker, your turn again.
Cracker, while raging, will swing her great axe.
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn it. And a 17. So 8 or a 17.
Nope.
Nope.
But thank you for playing. Sorry. You were so effective against the Merilith. I got to be a little obnoxious now. I don't have to be, but I mean, it's kind of the point.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's
All right.
expected.
It is. Lilith.
Yes, I'm gonna use my Sacred Flame on him.
Okay.
Oh,
Mm.
and my Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to connect. All right.
And I'm gonna move.
Okay. Very good. All right, Mealy.
I am actually going to get Rua out and do some work, I think, because I just dismissed him.
Okay. So you're
I
recalling him for an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am right there, and I can also, geez, a lot of things to click. That was what I was going to do. Oh my god, something has changed. I fixed all of these spells, but now they're back to just cramped together again. I need to go through
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Yes, and I am going to move a little bit over here. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, Sophie.
Okay, go my sword. Well, Ignore that thing. Yeah. 19 to hit.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a lot closer, but it doesn't
Oh
go
no.
through.
Useless
And you
sword.
said you managed to slice open a chunk of wagon wheel.
Yummy. Okay, I've had enough of him,
Yay.
so I'm gonna magic missile him now.
Okay. Fair enough.
Block this asshole. Pew.
Whoops.
Pew. Pew.
A lot of hostility. Boy.
And damage.
Okay, excellent. Let's see. So he is under the effects of the mind whip again. How is Cracker looking?
Looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to whip out a potion from inside the folds of his cloak and gulp it down. It's huge. It looks almost like a stein of beer, but it is actually a potion bottle, so it's, you know, clear sort of crystal glass, and it's red. And when you watch him drink it, it takes like the full action to drink it, right? And it's not just like a little potion like the ones you guys normally have. Afterwards, Cracker, especially because she's right up in his grill, as the kids would say, can literally see some of the cuts and nicks just heal over into thin scars. Uh-oh, who dropped out?
Someone drop out?
Ida.
Oh.
We'll wait for Ida to rejoin. Ida. Does she know that she dropped out? Somebody send her a message, please. And to the extent that he looked pretty bad before, he no longer looks anywhere near as bad. Okay, you're back. Excellent. So what I was saying is he doesn't look anywhere near as bad as he did before. He looks much healthier. He's still wounded. He's still got some cuts and nicks, some gashes, but it looks like he looks about as healthy as he did maybe one or two turns ago. And he says something. He says, "My gods will protect me." Byleth. Sorry. Keep forgetting she's not here.
How's that yogurt coming along?
Yeah. I'll cast magic missile. Pew pew pew. And then I feed Ivy a piece of jerky.
That really is just like Byleth.
I let her bite my finger. Okay, Sinise. I wonder if she'd be offended when she finally listens to these recordings one day. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
I'm
Daria.
going to cast Dissonant Whispers at him.
Uh-huh. Excellent.
16.
Uh-oh. Yeah. No, he's fine.
Yeah.
So he'll take some damage, but he doesn't have to move. There we go. Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will change my spell slot to Sorcery Point.
Excellent. Okay. Cracker.
I think you did that because that was my move. I'm going to drink the one pot of greater healing I have. So that
All
is
right.
a 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. Oh,
Mm.
poopy.
So 11.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a terrible roll.
That is a terrible roll. Makes me very sad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
On behalf of the dice gods, I apologize.
And that is my action.
Yes, it is. Okay, excellent. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna use my Sacred Flame on him again.
Mm-hmm.
That work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He saves really good.
His god protects him.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Cracker. So I saw her drink her pot.
Excellent.
Here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Neely.
Yes, I am. Does Rua go on my turn?
Sure. Normally she should have her own turn, but we'll just keep it on yours. Just keep it simple.
Okay, because I was going to have her, him. I don't know. They.
You don't know?
It's a
It's your
him.
familiar.
Yeah, it's a him. Have him fly
You never turned
over.
him over and just took a look. You know, like.
And he is. Is he wearing armor? Metal. The dude.
Yes, he is.
Yes. So he is going to do a
It's
shock.
hard to tell, but
Yeah. He's going to do a shocking grasp.
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's an 8, and then he is going. It was 35, so he can fly 30 feet more. Oh, it's 25, so he can fly, and it doesn't broke because of flyby.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So just to be clear, that's going to use your reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. As well as your
Action.
yes. So it uses your action, your reaction, and the familiar's action.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So you hit him for 8. Can't take reactions till the start of its next turn. You have advantage on the attack roll, but it doesn't get extra damage because of the metal armor.
No, it's
Okay.
just advantage to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Very good. Well done. Okay, Lady Zealler.
Here we go with the sword again. Yeah. There's no way that hits. So
What is the? You have to. It would be helpful if you tell me what the damage type is before you roll.
of the magic sword.
Oh, sorry. Right. I
I'm not-
apologize. I did have about 4 hours of sleep, so I keep forgetting it's chromatic orb. It's not chromatic orb. But yeah. Okay.
I can temporarily change the name to magic sword attack.
No. It's probably easier if you just use spiritual weapon, but it's fine. If you just drag and drop it, but it's fine. 9 will miss. Yes.
Okay.
Slice.
then-
Slice.
I'll pew him again.
Okay.
So here we go. I have some pews. Pew.
Wow. All right.
11.
Well done. Okay, so he didn't. I lost track here. Did he fail the? Oh, you didn't use it this time. You didn't use Tasha's money. Okay. So in that case, he will take his movement. I guess he's going to go toward Lady Seahauler because she's using a magical sword, and she's close.
That never hits.
No.
And she looks important because she's all dressed up in finery. So she's obviously the leader of the group.
Save me.
Never wear a red t-shirt at a rally. When the police start shooting rubber bullets, they're going to target you first. Cracker has a reaction, so she can go ahead and
I rolled it and it was terrible. I got a
As
13.
we say in baseball, a swing and a miss.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to give it a good old whacka whacka whacka, and he's going to actually use his bonus action to attack as well. So it'll be 3 attacks, one butt, as in a handle butt. Let's have Ida, Yvonne, and Henrietta roll each. And Ida, you're rolling for the butt attack, the butt weapon.
Okay.
All right. Wow. Amazing.
I love you girls.
I know. Yeah, that's
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
Well, let's not get too carried away just yet. Just to be clear, what's your armor class again?
I forgot to use Mage Armor this morning, so 12.
Oh, I think 12 is actually going to hit. And he's actually going to go to your side, so he can move a little closer to Mealy if he wants next turn. So the 12 is going to, the 6 is going to connect,
Oh,
unless you're using shield or something.
is 6 the main hand attack? Like a,
Yeah, it's a sword. It's a
oh.
with a sword slice.
Oh. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Oh, bravery. That's 10 plus another 3, so that'll be 13 points.
Oh my god.
As a burst of radiant energy hits you at the same time that he cuts through your silk dress.
No.
Does
have to-
the silk dress has those big puffy shoulder bits, and he just slices one of the shoulder bits right off.
He'll pay for this.
I knew that would get you. Okay. So he's also out of range of the magical floating weapons, which will not be able to reach him in the next turn. But Zanice, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Magic Missile at him.
Okay.
Pew, pew, pew. 13.
All right. Yes. Very good. Okay. Cracker.
Is going to run up and chase him
Of course she is.
and swing my great axe
Uh-huh.
for 27, which is a crit.
Nice.
Wow.
It's not bad, right? 26 damage.
Wow, that is amazing. Nice.
And one
You
more
got a-
swing, 17.
You got a crit on one of the damage rolls as well, so.
Yep.
Don't you have advantage because of flanking?
Oh,
as
yeah,
well?
I do. Yep. I get one more swing and one more swing.
Well, you wouldn't
Okay,
be able to do
that
any
didn't-
better than the crit, so.
Yeah. Well, there you
But
go.
24.
The one that
26.
lands.
Yeah, so 26 is pretty good. I mean, that's amazing, really. Okay, nice. All right, Lilith.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna move my weapon anyway.
Sure, why not?
And then I'm gonna cast my Sacred Flame again.
Okay. Yeah, so he will take a little bit of damage. He's looking pretty rough now. Well done. All right, Mealy.
Mm-hmm. I am going to move back a bit. And I am going to use my magic missile.
Sure, go for it.
Level 1. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, 10 points. Okay,
And
nice.
I am going to have Rua fly. I'm going have give Sinise the help action. So from a flyby. We could do that, right? So if
It depends on what the help action is
give advantage.
on the next attack.
Attack, yeah.
Yeah, I guess technically there's no rule against distance, so in theory, I think that's a bit silly, frankly, but in theory, yes, you could do that. Okay.
So he's gonna just swoop down his head and screech. Quack.
How far does Rua fly?
60. 60.
Really? Okay.
Fly speed of 60.
I've never seen an owl fly that fast, but there you go. Fair enough. Okay. Well done. Charlotte.
I'm going to Misty Step away.
Okay. That's your bonus action.
And I'm going to shoot him with my crossbow.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
It goes zooming by, narrowly misses Rua.
I'm also moving away with my.
Okay. Yeah. You've had enough of that. Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Justicia Gord will move to next to Mealy, provoking an opportunity attack, and he will place. Well, go ahead, Yvonne. You should,
9. I'm getting all my bad rolls out.
okay. Do you not have a second attack?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I can do 2 attacks on an opportunity.
Oh no, sorry. You're right.
Just 1. Yeah. Oh, I rolled it.
I
Trigger
am
finger.
really tired. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. He stands next to Mealy, looking quite threatening, but then he closes his eyes, raises his hands, and says, "In the name of the other guy," he says sarcastically, and he places his hands on his chest, and you just see divine energy flow throughout his body, and he seems to heal some incredible amount. He looks so much better. He looks about as good as he did, almost as good as he did after he drank the last potion. Sinise.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at him
Okay.
with advantage.
Yes, right.
25.
Yes, that'll hit. Well done. Okay. Great.
And that's it.
Okay, Cracker.
All right. Cracker's just going to chase him.
Okay.
Come back here, you piece of crap. And I'm going to 1 swingy.
Advantage.
And yep,
Flank.
there's my advantage. Didn't
Yep.
help much, I guess. Sorry. Oh, crap and crap.
No.
Okay, and my last swing is a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 12 or 13.
Well done. Thank you for the advantage.
Thank
Oh,
you.
advantage should really be for the first attack only.
It isn't for all?
No, I think what I've said is it'll be for the first
For the
attack
first,
because they kind of, you catch them by surprise and then they kind of turn around. So otherwise, just remember, they can do it to you guys too. So you wouldn't want advantage every single turn just because 2 goblins got on opposite sides of you. All right. Okay, Lilith.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna keep moving my sword just in case I catch up.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. Or your hammer,
Um,
even.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my sacred flame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see if I even reach that.
Oh, yes, right.
No,
Ooh.
I need to move closer.
Yep. Well, I mean, you can move closer. Just you'll have to be within 60 feet. So
I did not mean to move. Just
You slowly scoop the goo out of the way.
hurt.
I'm not moving that, by the way. That's you, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Coming through.
Just standing in the remains. It's just like covering your boots. All right. Yeah, so you're within range,
Yeah.
and you roll a
Save.
19. Right. He laughs. I gave him a bonus action laugh. Neely.
Yes. Shocking grasp.
Okay. Yes. So that's going to get through. A little bit of
Yes.
zappy.
And then I'm going to move. Let's see.
You're going to provoke. Oh, right, because of the reaction.
Yeah.
Yep, very good. Well done.
And I have my blade song up. I used that in so I have 40 feet of movement.
Ooh. Wow.
And I'm just going to say as a bonus action, the other guy hates you. And I'm going to run.
That's ridiculous. He briefly looks upset.
Doesn't
then he
believe
gets
me
over it.
anyway.
Doesn't believe you. The other guy just healed him for like a massive amount of damage, so he doesn't really believe you. Now, if you'd said the other god hates Charlotte, we would all believe that. Because everybody hates Charlotte.
What? That's like a show. Everyone hates.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
Which is actually a pretty funny show.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Okay. Well, I will move my magic weapon a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I'll shoot a crossbow at him. Or a bolt, rather.
Okay.
Shooting a crossbow.
Just literally throw the whole weapon at him.
Yeah. Oh my god. Crit. 25.
Nice.
Sure. You got to move closer.
I do? Oh,
Yes, it's 80 feet. It literally says that right there.
oh, you're right. Oh, that's what that means. Okay. Ugh. I'll move a little bit. I'll put up my crossbow, realize I'm too far, and then put it back down and move a little bit closer, and then do it.
All right. Okay.
Haha.
I guess he'll stay where he is because he doesn't want to get into range of all those magical weapons. Yep. Okay. And he's going to give Cracker a good old beating, or attempt to. This is going to be 3 different attacks. Daria, Sophie, and Ida. 1 each, please. Ooh.
I'm going
Okay.
to use a bard. A silvery bard. And make him re-roll that and give the advantage to Cracker.
Wow. Okay.
17.
So, well,
Oh, you're lucky.
it's not a crit. So
Well, that's true. It's not a crit. Let's see. And you can see it succeeds on attack roll and avoid checker saving throw. Okay. So he's going to hit her with the old smite. He's got loads of. Actually, he's going to make it an extra smite. So just do 1 more d8. So that'd be 19 plus 22 points.
Alrighty.
Sinise. Oh, sorry, make that 18 points because he was using butt end on that last attack. So 9 points halved. How's Cracker looking? Still bloody? Is she bloody now, or?
Oh yeah. Yep. Still
Okay.
bloodied.
Because there was some healing going on. I lost track.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Zanice.
Dissonant whispers at him.
All right.
Shit, 17.
Yeah. So he does take a bit of damage. Okay. All right, do your
All right.
thing.
Well, hopefully.
Mm.
One swing with advantage. Oh, what is going on? And one swing with advantage, and okay, Cracker's looking tired.
What was the advantage again?
Yes,
From
barbed.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Mhm.
and just keeping the pressure on.
Yeah.
Poor-
Cracker needs a chocolate bar or something.
Yep.
All right. Lilith.
Yes. And I move a little bit closer.
Come closer, my dearie.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Cracker
No way.
on a level 3.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my Sacred Flame on him.
All right.
12.
Okay. Yeah, so that's going to hit him. He's engulfed in some radiant light. The tieflings are all standing around just amazed at this battle going on. Melee.
Yes. Just a firebolt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah,
5.
that's going to connect.
Move a little bit back. I don't trust him.
Okay. Lady Sea Hauler.
Oh, I've got to move a little bit closer. Okay. I'll also move my magic weapon,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll shoot him again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thunk into a tree. Okay. He is going to attack Cracker again, I guess. Henrietta, Daria, and Sophie.
Oh,
Ooh.
Gulp.
Okay. There's no silvery barbs this time?
sorry, out of spell slots.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, the good news is he's running low too, so he's only going to use the one on the crit. But the bad news is it is a crit, and it's a pretty high level spell slot. So crit is going to do 44 points of damage. Half to 22. You still up?
I'm still up.
Oh,
Ah,
that's
thank God.
crazy. And then the original attack is.
Thank you, Ida.
Yeah, we'll call that one the mini. So that'll be. It's going to be for 6 points. Half to 3. Okay. Oh wait, what's your armor class again? Sorry, I know I've asked
17.
this more times. Yeah, that's. No, he's not going to quake. Okay. All right. Are you like literally hanging on by a thread?
Hanging on by a thread.
Okay. Zenice.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at him.
Okay.
20.
Ooh. No. You look like you came really close. It like grazed his shoulder, but it bounced off his armor. Okay. Cracker.
One more healing potion. Thank you, Zanice, from before.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna drink that. Oh, what is going on? Okay, 2d4 plus 2, so 4 points. Or sorry, plus 4, 6.
Okay. Okay. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna use my healing word on Cracker.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna use my Sacred Flame on him.
Okay.
Um,
Come on.
7.
Yes. That's gonna hit. He's looking pretty tough, pretty bad. Really?
Yes. I am going to use Rua to do fucking grasp again.
Okay.
Misses.
Yeah.
Versus, let me just move him with a flyby.
Okay. All right. Charlotte.
I'll move my magic sword here and then shoot the guy again.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
What can I say?
He looks down at this ridiculously mundane crossbow bolt sticking out of his chest. And he looks up and says, Torm has abandoned me. And he expires.
Yes, 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 yes.
Told
I
you I
did
hated
it.
you.
Does Charlotte do something like blow on the crossbow?
No, she's jumping up and down for joy. Yes, yes, yes.
Who needs magic? Meanwhile, Cracker is there, just like dripping blood from every possible surface of skin, huffing and puffing, sweating to death. Like,
No, I'm good shape. I'm not huffing and puffing, but I am bleeding.
well done. Yes, and he had one more action he was going to do, but you managed to finish him off before he managed to pull out his last one. And as he collapses, you see one of the tent flaps moving sideways, and you realize there was somebody standing behind one of the wagons. And a figure appears, and he seems to be pulling a small animal, which has behind it a small metal wire cart. What's all the commotion?
Oh, nothing. Just a little bit of a disagreement. Go back inside the tent. It's all fine.
And
So-
he waddles up to the dead justiciar, pokes it with a big long wooden staff, and then he looks at Cracker. Oh, it's Cracker. Nothing that a good sword won't do. Would you be interested in buying this sword? And he offers you the wooden staff.
I chuckle and I say it's good to see you too. But no thanks. I learned my lesson with that shovel.
Shovel? What shovel?
Didn't you sell me a shovel?
I sold you a sword.
Oh,
It was a
right.
great magical weapon.
Right. Right.
I hope you didn't try to shovel something with it.
Nope. Nope. It was great. Yep.
And then he gestures to the little goat. Come here, Clip Clop. Say hi to Cracker. You remember Cracker.
I'm totally blanking on your name. I mean, I know who you are because how could I forget? You are extraordinarily fun. But I want to introduce you to all my friends.
Is
I've
this
taken a few hits to the head here.
Is this the famous wizard that Dalin wrote about?
Yes, that's him.
Tinker, Tonker,
Yeah, Tinker.
something?
Tonker.
Tonker the Tinker? Something?
Tonker the Tinker. Yeah. He's got some interesting things.
And he points at Mealy and says, Is your name Tonker too? What a
No.
coincidence.
I'm Mealy, but I read about you in Dalin's journal.
Oh, Delin. Where's Delin? I don't see her.
She's gone.
Oh. Did she go and find some new friends to adventure with?
She went to live on a farm.
Oh, yes, a farm.
Mm.
Yes. I used to have one of those. People kept dropping off dead animals and bodies.
Mm.
Anyway, how have you all been? Anyone want to buy a sword? And he starts pulling out broken broom handles from this wire shopping cart, moving boxes around. I know I had something interesting in here the other day. Clip Clop starts bleating in complaint. Oh, be quiet, Clip Clop. You know I've got to make a sale, otherwise you won't get anything to eat.
I'm going to walk up to Charlotte and just say, are you able to do the detect magic? Because I read that Dalin said that he usually only sells crap, but once in a while there's something good.
Oh, actually, yes. Yes, I can. I will use the detect magic, but I'll invoke the power of my amazing Order of Scribe's feat. Oh, not this. Ignore that.
Another magical sword suddenly appears and starts attacking him.
You have
Oh, this
things.
is a betrayal of great magnitude. Stop that. Stop that.
No,
I
this
dispel you.
thing.
Dispel magic. Dispel magic.
Specifically the fifth paragraph.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. It sounds so. Takes so much effort for you to click a button.
That's not me. That's Charlotte using her magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
She doesn't have. She doesn't have incantations. She has grunts. And pukes.
I cast detect magic, and I am spent. I die but once. As you do, a couple of things start to glow, mostly around his person, including one seashell in his beard. And then a little, it's odd. It's like a little, it looks like a little tunic floating in the air starts glowing blue. And you hear something go, rats? Discovered I am.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Yodel. He's been traveling with me for a while. Yodel, what are you doing out? Magic use! And points at Charlotte. Oh, are you a wizard too?
Oh, is he talking to me?
Yes.
Why, yes, actually, I am. I am actually the apprentice of the great wizard, Agamemnon Scorch. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yes, Agamemnon. Our paths have crossed before. I tried to sell him a sword, but he wouldn't buy it. He said he didn't have any need for swords, as he was more of a pew-pew kind of guy. Didn't understand what that meant exactly, but he sounded very impressive.
He is, he is. So what exactly, is Yodel?
Oh, Yodel is an imp. He's my familiar. Normally, you don't get these kinds of familiars, but I've got a special thing going on.
Mm-hmm. Is he for sale?
Oh, no! Cheeky, this one is.
Rats.
Oh, I can make rats. Would you like some?
No, no, no. That's quite all right. Thank you, though.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know anything about imp as familiars?
Sure.
16.
What do you want to know?
What kind of magic users can do that?
You think that there are multiple ways that an imp might become a companion of a wizard. One of the more popular ways is that an imp might sign an actual contract. There are also legends that in olden days, before the meltdown of the weave, magic behaved a bit differently, and that it was not unheard of, although it was very rare, for wizards and magic users to be able to summon an imp familiar themselves. Since the change in the weave, that's become much more something that you have to do in conjunction with a contract with a powerful being, like a god or some fiend or something. So it's somewhere in the process, there's still a contract. But it also is possible that perhaps in this particular case, a wizard who had an interest may have just decided to study something else and pick this up as a special feature of his or her particular type of study. But it would require a great deal of extra effort and sacrifice in other areas.
Okay. He's neat.
So, what are you all doing here? And what happened to him? He doesn't look very good at all.
Oh, you mean
Yo-
dead guy?
Yodel will look down and then sort of go over, poke him a little bit. Annoyingly good that paladin was. Always preaching. Very trying. Hard to steal from. Hush, little one. Yes, I meant the dead guy.
Well, he wouldn't see reason and he attacked us, so we attacked back.
Oh, I see. Much trouble you've caused. Others will come looking for him. Don't mind Yodel. He has a lot of opinions. Were you with the caravan from the beginning? I don't remember seeing you when we left Neverwinter.
No, we were on a barge. We were following it up, just trying to look for the bandits.
No, you were in Neverwinter too? That's a funny thing. I was in Neverwinter. I was trying to get an audience with Lord Neverember because I thought he might be interested in buying some magic swords for his troops, given the state of affairs. there was that terrible siege. Did you see that?
Yeah, we fixed that.
Oh, you fixed it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Sieges are never
Everybody-
good.
No, everybody's friends now. And
Oh, that's
Lord
good.
Vidar is gone.
I don't know who that is. I tried to get into the castle, but the guards, some fancy black armor wearing fellows, they wouldn't let me in. I told them I was a powerful wizard and maker of magical weapons, but they didn't believe me. Can you believe that? Anyway, I tried to polymorph Clip Clop here into a giant eagle so he could just carry me over the wall. But as I was casting it, I was suddenly engulfed by this great cloud of shimmering purple dust, and instead the poor fellow turned into this goat. Normally that spell ends after an hour, but Clip Clop has been like this for days. I fear the effects may be permanent. I've tried to dispel it every day, but so far it hasn't worked.
Why spell fly, not cast instead?
Hmm? Oh, you know I'm afraid of flying.
But it's
Anyway,
okay to fly on a giant eagle.
huh? What? Oh, well, anyway, I was resolved to teleport my way into the castle circle. You know, most big castles and wizards' towers have a teleportation circle. A portal did open successfully, but instead of the castle, it opened into some other land. The ground was uniformly black stone and was covered in many straight yellow and white lines painted on its surface. And there were many people wearing odd clothes walking in and out of a giant square building, carrying what appeared to be paper sacks full of items, including food. They were moving them into these colorful wagons that didn't have any horses. Anyway, Carrot was so startled that he bolted like he always does, spilling many of my items behind. I thought I might try to catch him, but I was also trying to recover all the spilled goods. So I grabbed the nearest thing I could find, which was this oddly designed wagon made of metal wire. And by then, Carrot was nowhere to be seen. Well, I certainly wasn't going to go running around that unknown place with all those weirdly dressed people, as he strokes his seashell-bedecked beard. It was very strange, that purple cloud. If I didn't know better, I would have thought it was Fairsrest, but I've never seen a cloud of it before, and never outside of the Underdark.
That is strange.
Isn't it just?
Doesn't he still have a third eye, or did that wear off?
Who?
Sinise.
Oh, no, that wore off.
Okay.
That wore off after the first long rest. That would have been very disconcerting for everybody on the barge.
Yeah.
Especially if like it blinks independently of the other two eyes blinking.
She would need bangs.
I've got Don't try to pull anything funny. I've got my eye on you. So, what are you doing heading upriver?
We need to
Heading
get
back to the oh, sorry.
Yeah. No,
Go
you go ahead. No, go
We're
ahead.
heading back to the Underdark.
The Underdark? Oh. Oh. Well, I'm on my way to see the doors myself. Down in that place. What's it called? Jaunty Jim? Grungy Forge?
Oh.
Gaunt and Thin? Oh, that's
Keep going.
me, aren't I? Well, no matter.
Gauntlgrim. You mean Gauntlgrim, right? That's where we're going.
That's what I said. Gauntlgrim. Yes, that's it. You know, I once forged a great and powerful sword there. Yes. I did it as a favor to my good old friend, Jarl Oyvind, son of Birgit, who needed it for... he needed it for for a quest. And suddenly his face becomes very sad, and his smile and demeanor changes, and he hunches over, and he starts muttering a few words, and he seems completely lost in thought. And you watch as a single tear slides down his face. And then he sort of just wipes away at it subconsciously. And then, seemingly forgetting why, he just looks at the wetness on his hand, and feels it on his face. He looks up at the sky and says, is it raining? And then as he looks, his expression changes again to one of surprise. He raises an arm and points at something off in the distance, down the road, up the river towards Mount Hotanau. And you all look and see what appears to be a giant island floating through the clouds with a city on top.
Oh, that's not normal.
That shouldn't be happening. That looks like Thultanthar. And Yodel looks. If City of Shade, that is, can only mean one thing. The Neth have returned. No, shush you. And he snaps his finger and Yodel disappears. Well, I suppose we must get going. And we will take a break.
So much for the
I love this
Underdark.
guy. Yeah. Rather the opposite of the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
The Neverdark.
Yeah.
Or
Always
the
bright.
City of Shade, which is possibly always dark-ish. All right. Shall we call it 10 minutes?
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Hi, we hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here,
hold my earrings.
Here, hold my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
Okay. Does anybody want to say anything or do anything?
So besides the, sorry, I want to go back to the detect magic thing. So is it just the Yodel's tunic glowing?
There are a few items in the cart as well. You can sort of see them glowing, but it's not entirely clear because it's so crammed in with things. You'd have to pull out each individual item to see what it is,
Okay, interesting.
which I don't know if you should do that.
Why?
Well, it might be considered a bit rude just to go rummaging through somebody else's possessions without their permission.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think?
No.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Yes, I do.
I don't know why people get mad at me all the time.
Me too. Me neither.
I feel like Sophie might actually loot people in real life. Just walk up to like coworkers' desks and start rummaging through their candy dish for, not the one that they set out in front of their table for everybody to choose from, but things that they keep close to their keyboard. That's obviously for them.
Well, I have gone to my coworkers' desks.
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
When they're not there, just to see what they have, you know.
No, you don't do that.
I do, just to
You-
look.
Oh my God, you go through their desk when they're not there?
What's wrong with that?
Oh my God!
I mean, what could they be
Jesus-
hiding in there? It's a workplace.
Jesus
Surely
Christ!
they have nothing to hide.
Oh my God! Holy shit! Don't ever change, Sophie.
Okay.
Even when you get sent to prison, don't ever change.
Okay. I regret
Yeah.
nothing, Your Honor.
It should be my lord because you'll be addressing a law lord.
Who?
A law lord, as in like a severity of crime type of a judge.
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Well, in Britain, there's different types of judges, and depending on the
There
severity
is?
of the crime or the severity of the court, they have different titles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh dear.
You're more a Brit than me.
Thank you for not asking why you know that. Not because of any personal experience.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Now I see why you left Britain.
Hey! Those charges were unfounded and never proven. Somebody did ask me that. Are you leaving because you're in trouble? It's like, what, you mean am I fleeing the country? Well, I didn't put it that way. Yeah, you kind of did. No, is the answer. So, anyway. Yes, so you've got this gigantic floating island with a city on top. You've got Tonker the Tinker and his little friend Yodel, a polymorphed Clip-Clop, a shopping cart full of knickknacks, bric-a-brac, junk. A few things are glowing. And a whole train full of merchants and some religious peasants and followers and things.
Oh yeah, because I hope they didn't see us kill that guy.
In fact, I was just going to say, some of them now come out from hiding, aside from the few that had been desperately trying to put out the fire that had been set on one of their wagons by an errant firebolt. And they see the dead body of Justiciar Gord. And several of them drop to their knees. No, this is not good. You've killed the paladin. And they literally fall to their knees at the roadside, wailing, beating their chests, looking up at the sky, heads bowed, begging for forgiveness. Oh, great gods of Faerun, please don't punish us for what these infidels have done. You should have let him kill the thieves and bandits. Now look what you've done. Yeah, they're all in it together, says another one. They're all demon worshippers. Look at them. They've even got a drow amongst them. Well, what do? We'll have to tell the priests when we get back. Do you think they'll kill us? Oh, please don't kill us. You got about 40 different eyewitnesses. Thela and the tieflings also look at you somewhat anxiously.
Maybe we should get out of here before things escalate.
Do we take the tieflings with us? Do we send them to Neverwinter with... That's where these guys came from. I don't really want to send them back to Neverwinter if that's where this guy came from and that's what he thinks.
And if word gets back that we killed a paladin that was trying to apprehend the bandits, I don't know if these guys are going to be very warmly welcomed. Oh, what a dilemma.
And technically, he didn't really attack you guys.
Attack them.
Yeah, technically, he was just going to execute one of them who had offered to be the sacrificial lamb.
But we were tasked to come and get them. Like this, all of them.
It's cool. It's cool. Hey, it's cool.
We're just following orders.
You guys can do whatever you want. No need to raise your voice. Why is my voice?
Oh my god!
Maybe We can get them jobs in Gauntlegrim.
Gauntenfin.
Gauntlegrim. That place. Huh? Huh?
Be an
How does
idea.
Zenise feel about all this?
Yeah, I don't want to send them back to Neverwinter. Fuck that place. And I'm gonna say to all the peasants, if you want
Peasants.
to blame someone, blame me. Tell the church it's Zenith that killed him. Okay? We're cool? Now fuck off.
Oh, you're so noble.
Daria really pronounced that peasants with the hard P there. Go eat your borscht and shut up.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Charlotte's over there going, on the one hand, I don't take the blame. On the other hand, I did kill him with the crossbow.
that wasn't me. It was Violet.
It was me, okay?
It was Violet.
Zenise, I for one am shocked. How could you kill a servant of Lathander?
Hell, and
don't
the other
like
guy.
him. And the other guy, yeah. I didn't like the other guy.
I mean, Lilith had portrayed herself as a priestess of Lathander previously, so how does she feel about all this? On one hand, chaotic evil god. On the other hand, pretends to be a lawful good priestess.
She doesn't care.
She also doesn't like the other god.
No.
The other guy.
Lawful this, lawful that. Rules, rules, rules. Boring. Well, Thela is going to come up and sort of sidestepping the down paladin. Say, bit awkward. What should we do? I suppose that offer of employment in Neverwinter is no longer valid. I mean, once these merchants get back to the city, everybody's going to know what's happened.
To hell with these fanatics.
Well, I might agree with you in principle, but I admitted that I was responsible and it would have given everyone else a lease on life. And on the other hand, we can't just stay here, keep preying on the wagons and traders. You've shown us the error of our ways. Of course, we no longer have Sharmala to guide us and protect us. What shall become of us?
I suppose you can just come with us. We're going to need all the help we can get.
We're not really fighters. I mean, some of us, as survival, will rob people for their supplies and things, but we're not on a holy mission. We just want a peaceful, safe life that isn't too hard. Otherwise, we could have just stayed in the swamp and slowly died. It wasn't like we were constantly besieged by danger there. It was just boring, and we were slowly dying of poison and decay and a lack of being able to produce children. But day-to-day living wasn't that bad. Just lots of flies and insects. You could fish.
What does everybody else think?
Well, I think they can either take the chances on the road or come with us to the Underdark and maybe try to get some sort of employment in Gauntlgrim. I mean, we are all, well, most of us are, people with titles and such there.
And they need workers.
What do you think? You want to come with us? Gauntlgrim might be a good destination. Safer than here.
Gauntlgrim. Well, what's there for us? What kind of work?
I can offer you a job as a teacher.
Oh, a teacher of children?
Yeah.
I don't have any experience with children. We only had Lollipoppin'. Oh, that didn't work out well, did it?
Well, me neither, but they made me. They gave me a title to teach the young dwarfs. So, well, what wrong does it do? You'll learn in time.
What do dwarves actually do?
I have no idea.
Well, they mine, they produce weapons. They also need food and probably merchants. They're just like any other city, just on the ground.
They have a great forge. I once made a great sword there for my friend Jarl Oyvind, son of Birgit. He needed it for a quest.
Well, forges are hot, aren't they?
They are.
And she looks at Zanice, and then she looks at her fellow tieflings. Well, we have natural fire resistance. Do you think that could be useful?
Of course.
Oh. Well, I suppose we could go without the sun for a bit in exchange. The swamp had plenty of sun, and that didn't work out very well. It might be nice to have a bit more warmth and a little more dry heat.
And it's not like you're prisoners there. You can always travel to the surface if you want to.
Oh, this would be nice. Well, I suppose we don't really have too many other options. Fine. Let me just speak to the others. And she goes back. They all heard you, of course. She has a little chat. There's a little bit of discussion. One or two voices sort of shout out. Sounds like it's not 100% unanimous. Most of them keep looking back over their shoulders at you, at the group. They just did kill a paladin. Yes, but they did it for us. What other choice do we have? We could just go on our own. And what, get swept up by the next group of Zentrum or whoever else comes along deciding they need some spellcasters? Shouldn't we just return to the swamp? That's guaranteed death, and you know it. At least they have some tieflings in their party. It's the first time we've ever followed anybody that had tieflings amongst them. And then suddenly you see a bunch of hands go up, and then those go down, and then a few hands go up later, different ones, and they go down. And Tila comes over and says, well, it wasn't unanimous, but most of us have agreed to come with you, and the rest will come along so as not to break up our group since we've already splintered from the main group.
But it's like I said, you aren't prisoners, so if you don't like it, you can leave and try and find another place at a later time. Just try it out.
Well, that's true, but we didn't have that much interaction with the people of Neverwinter, but what we did see is that they take religion very seriously. And if word gets out, I don't think it's going to do tieflings in general and us specifically any good if we travel these lands that seem to be very well dominated by these gods of so-called mercy and goodness, that we were part of the execution of one of their champions, if you will. It's all right. We're getting accustomed to being the outcasts. If Onana were still here, she would tell us about how they spent years being abused. I suppose it's our fate, really. Zenise, we would like to give you a little something. And she hands you what appears to be a nondescript little stone. It's just like a little black stone. Looks like maybe a little bit of obsidian in it, but it's mostly just a black, shiny stone. It's been very well polished, and you think it's probably been worn just by being handled for so many times. This is something we've had amongst us for quite some time. It actually belonged to one of our ancestors, and it's I don't know that you'd be able to use it. None of us can use it anymore. We don't have the abilities. It normally only responds to someone with the right power and a member of our tribe, but we would like you to have it as a token of our appreciation and as an honorary member of the tribe.
Thank you so much.
And as you take it, it feels warm in your hands. Warmer than it should, based on just having been handled by another humanoid. And it starts to glow a bit. And Thela looks, and it's glowing bright enough that all of you can see it. Thela looks down and says, "Oh, it doesn't normally do that."
It doesn't?
And she puts her hand out and says, "May I?"
Of course.
And when you hand it back to her, it immediately goes dormant again and looks just like any other nondescript stone. "Oh, this... Do you know what this means?"
Not really.
"This means we're related. It only works for somebody who's part of our group. We're all somewhat related to each other after generations of living in the swamp, but there were a few at various times who left to go and try to find their way in the outside world. You must be the offspring of one of those who made it out. We just assumed they'd all died, or perhaps they successfully integrated, but nobody ever came back to us and told us about it. Well, perhaps it was fate then."
Perhaps.
And she hands it back to you.
Thanks, sis. And I wink at her.
She leans over and gives you a sibling-like hug, and then steps back. And you can see she's smiling, but she's also got a little tear in her eyes. And then she looks over at Tonker and says, "Must be raining again." It'll take you a while to attune to this stone.
Mhm.
The captain of the barge, having watched all of this, is now pushing off. He seems to be looking to return to Neverwinter. He doesn't say anything. He looks very nervous. He almost looks like if a man with a crew on a barge on a river could try to be nondescript and sort of elude being observed, you think that's what he's trying to do.
There goes our ride.
Oh.
Guess we go on foot.
Does anybody want to roll insight? Or do you guys think you know what's going on?
I want to roll insight.
All right.
Oh, 11.
Well, you're not 100% sure, but you suspect having spoken to him for a couple of days while you were on the barge, he seems like just your average commercial bargeman. Doesn't seem like the kind of person who normally wants to get involved in things like adventure, big fights, and certainly not anything related to the execution of a paladin of Lathander, Helm, and Torm. Meanwhile, as he's giving orders and pulling away, you can vaguely make out he's making some movements with his hands, and you remember seeing priestesses of Helm and Lathander doing similar movements, like a genuflection to their gods, maybe a warding off of evil spirits. Well, I suppose we should get going.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get out.
You're not going to kill these merchants, are you?
Oh,
Wasn't planning on it.
What kind of adventurers do you think we are? We are good people. Some might say heroes, actually.
Meanwhile, Ida's like stripping the body.
I was thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, did we loot Shamala? I forgot.
she turned into a puddle.
She turned
Including all
into
her
a puddle.
swords.
Oh.
He's not a puddle.
He might have a potion left or something.
My detect magic still up?
Sure.
I see magic.
You see that the sword that he was wielding is magical.
Oh. That sword, Cracker. It's magic.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Anybody else?
It's a great big two-handed sword. Well, no,
Pretty
technically
fancy.
it's a long sword, but he was using it two-handed. Pretty fancy, huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Cracker's gonna I'm just wondering if this is gonna be a bad idea. So Cracker bends down and picks up the sword just to check it out.
It looks very, very finely made. What languages does Cracker speak?
Cracker speaks Orc and Common. That's it.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely not made by humans or orcs. But Cracker doesn't know enough to be able to tell anything beyond that. It's got a good heft to it. It's very sharp. Despite all the fighting, it doesn't look like it's got any nicks or dents
Like taking
or
this
warts,
then.
warps.
Or curses, hopefully.
Well, detect magic
Well.
wouldn't tell you if it has a curse.
It wouldn't?
No, it's only a level 1 spell. Give me a break. But defeat the point of a curse if you could just figure it out with like a simple detect magic. Come on. Where's the fun in that? I'm so sorry, Sophie. I know. I am so mean to you. Of all the people, I am the meanest to you.
Yes.
Suppose this is coming with us. Anybody else want a sword?
You can keep it.
I'm
Okay.
good.
I have my trusty crossbow.
Yes. Your mundane crossbow that managed to kill a very, very powerful paladin. Finish off, really. All right. You guys want to do anything else? What do you say to the merchants? They all look at you very, very suspiciously.
Keep your mouth shut.
Roll intimidation with disadvantage because you sounded so uncertain.
Well, I'm busy. I'm busy looking at the sword, playing around. Maybe just keep your mouth shut. Okay.
Oh, you can. Okay, you can do it with. You can do it normally then, since you were also playing with the sword, which in a way kind of is more intimidating. But you know you have
14.
advantage. Okay. The person that you think might be the titular leader of the caravan kind of nods nervously and doesn't say anything. And then he whispers to a couple other people standing behind him. We're all standing near him, but kind of almost sheltering behind him. And then he turns back and says, he takes his hat off, he's carrying it in both of his hands, in front of him, like a gesture of respect or fear, probably the latter, and says, "You're planning to travel with us then?"
I suppose we're all going the same way.
True. That's true. And you're not gonna kill us?
Why would we kill you?
Oh, no reason at all. We've got nothing you'd want. We ain't got none of those magical knickknacks, and we're just simple traders. We just trade in basic goods.
We didn't kill him for his loot.
And they look at Cracker like admiring this new sword that she's just picked up from the body, still covered in blood.
No, of course not. There was no looting whatsoever. I see lots of swords laying next to his body.
I'm not saying we're not
uh,
going to take his loot when it's dead, but we didn't kill him for it.
of course, yes. I mean, recycling's an important aspect
Yeah,
of.
why like it goes to waste?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah. Right then. Would you like to lead the way?
And he kind of lifts one hand and gestures half-heartedly in the direction that you were following down the path in the river. You sense he's got a motive, but you'd have to roll an insight check to know what it is. Possibly.
I'm gonna roll an insight. I really don't feel like turning my back on him.
Can I guide that?
Yeah.
I'm not trusting them.
Sure.
God, I can't find my insight. Where are
You
you?
failed your perception check
There.
looking for insight.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
dear. Well.
Is that a D20 roll?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a 7.
I thought that was your D4 roll. I was like, that's pretty good for D4.
Nope.
Well, you're not an expert on his emotions, but you're guessing that as much as you don't want to turn your back on him, at a minimum, he doesn't want to turn his back on you.
Right.
Can multiple people roll insight?
I'm going to leave it there. It's about as good as
Okay.
you're going to get, realistically. You might get some deeper insights, but you know what? Let's let that play out over time.
No surprises.
Of course you do.
I'm going to telepathically tell Rua to stay behind the caravan and look for anything suspicious, and I'm gonna start walking.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah. Rua gives you waves one wing up at his head and then extends it out in the form of a salute.
Good boy.
Byleth, meanwhile, just like looks on, cries sadly, and then says something. Why can't you be like that, Ivy? Ivy bites her finger again. It's like she never left.
Yeah.
Tonker will say, "Oh, I suppose I'll come with you then. Come along, Clip Clop." And Clip Clop bleats and starts coming. And then you see the cart just sort of struggling. Oh, this will never do. Every time it tries to go straight, it veers off to the left or the right. These wheels are terrible. A universal experience in the Western world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's a terrible shopping cart.
All right. You travel on, and over the next. So, do you just leave the paladin body there
You can
Just
drag
on
him
the side of
into
the
the
road?
woods.
and just leave him in the trees, someplace slightly out of view?
It's not like we have a wannabe druid anymore.
What, you need mold earth to dig a grave?
We don't have any shovels. Tonker, do you have a shovel? No, you only have
I
magic
don't.
swords.
I don't have any shovels, but I have this fine magic sword. And he offers you what looks like a broken shovel.
Can I use it to dig a grave?
Oh, of course. I'll just have to rent it to you.
Oh, my God. How much?
2 gold pieces.
Of course. Here we are. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Does the paladin have a pouch on him so you can get your money back? You're gonna bury him.
Oh, yeah. He does have a pouch on him.
Does he have anything in it?
As you open it, there is a little explosion, and Lilith's face is covered in gold, silver, and purple glitter.
Pretty.
Yes.
You look fabulous.
And it looks like it's going to be stuck on your face for a few days.
Glitter bomb.
Yes. Inside it, there is a holy symbol, each for Lathander, Helm, and Torm.
Can I have those?
Sure.
Oh.
Everything inside the pouch is covered in glitter as well. Please make that notation. And there's also 8 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces. He's a paladin, so he doesn't carry a lot of wealth on him.
I'm gonna start digging a grave, and I'm gonna ask Cracker for help.
Okay.
I'm there.
Take turns.
Yep.
Oh, no, you're going to dent it if you do that. If I'd known you were going to dig a hole, I would have just cast a spell for you.
But I told you what I was going to use it for. I told you I was going to dig a grave.
Who digs a grave with a sword? I said I had a sword. You wanted a sword.
Okay, can you please dig a grave? If you can.
Well, you've already started it now. I can't
Okay.
just...
I'm just gonna keep going.
And then about 3/4 of the way through, he goes,
Oh, this is taking forever.
and then he over there, like 10 feet away from you, he magically creates a hole in the ground for you
Thank you.
after you've been laboring for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I'm gonna ask help. Ask Cracker for help to get him into. I'm not going
Yeah.
to roll in. I'm going to kind of put him in.
You
Yeah.
with the muscles.
Yeah.
With some reverence. With some reverence. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna, I
Just-
say a few words of, you are an admirable fighter and a credit to your gods. Hopefully the wagon people hear this.
Ah, yes. Go ahead and do a performance check. They heard it. Some of them are like, that was so fake. They don't even know the names of the gods.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that one, the hussy, stealing all his gold and then walking around with that glitter on her face. Who does she think she is? Some sort of a model?
I'm going to take his hands and kind of fold them over his chest, and I'm going to put the holy symbols underneath. And I'm just going to say, I'm sorry it came to this. And I'm going to step out.
Okay. Yes. So you cover the grave and you leave him there, but you kept the gold, presumably.
I didn't. Lilith has it. I didn't
Lilith,
take it.
Lilith has it, along with
I don't
all the glitter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand over the gold pieces to Mealy.
2 gold pieces.
No, she can have all 8 of them.
Oh, all 8 of
I-
them? Okay.
I don't want it.
Keep your blood money.
Yeah.
Your blood glitter money.
Give it to the peasants.
With the
They
hard
could
P.
probably use it.
I'm gonna do
Uh,
that. I'm gonna give the money to the peasants.
Okay. All right. So you both give over the money to the peasants. You can each roll. What are you rolling? I feel like it's charisma related. Persuasion? Performance?
Persuasion.
Okay.
Religion?
Okay. I'll let you do religion.
15.
14.
All right. The peasants, not sure what they're supposed to do. They take the money because, of course, they don't want to get on your bad side. The ones who take it from Amelie, they sort of duck their heads and they thank you, although they're not sure if they should. The ones who take it from Lilith, they take it from her, but they kind of whisper, is this supposed to be a bribe that we're keeping? Shh, just don't ask any questions. Just take it. Well, if that's all settled, let's get going.
Yep.
Gauntle Grim 08s.
Yes.
And he starts heading out, traveling at approximately 0 miles per hour.
We're zooming.
Speedy.
Can we put him
Huh?
in the cart?
And then what? The cart doesn't move at all? You don't think Clip Clop in his goat form is strong enough to carry both the cart, to pull both the cart and Tonker with
was-
those crappy wheels?
Thinking about the merchant's cart, the big one.
Oh, right. Yes. Well, yeah, you could definitely do that. I mean, they're not going to say no to you.
And I'm going to go behind the goat's cart and help him push.
You're just like walking, pushing the shopping
Yeah.
cart with the goat in front.
Go on.
And every once
Clip Clop.
in a while, he stops to like nibble on a weed, and then like you bump him in the butt.
Yeah. No time for dinner yet.
He tries to turn around to headbutt the cart, but he's like strapped in, so he can't quite turn. A couple of times, the cart like nearly tilts over and spills everything. Be careful! All right, you guys will take several more long rests before you get to the entrance to the Underdark. So if you'd like to do anything, you may do so, including heal up.
Yes, please.
You may use your hit dice, but of course you'll heal anyway. Spell slots. Change spells. When
Copy fireball.
when Laura comes back, just remind us all, anybody, that she will have to do her portent and all that. Sorry, you want to copy fireball, Sophie?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
Alice Spellbook.
We'll say that you can do that when she's back.
I think also the fireball was in
Sulfuria?
one of the other spell books that we got.
Okay, if you have it.
I'm going to check. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
I wrote it down.
I'm sure Laura would have no problem with it, but I just don't like letting people. It's very, very tangential, but it is slightly agency related. So you never know.
She wants to
Maybe.
keep all the fireballs for herself.
Well, exactly. I mean, she's already feeling a little, pressed with Zanice casting fireball left, right, and center, and being partially, resistant to it.
Yes, Sulfuria Spellbook has fireball.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay. So yes, you can study fireball, and of course you'll have to take the gold off from your inventory.
It's fine.
How much is it again?
It'll be 150.
Is it?
I think, isn't it 50 gold per spell slot?
Spell level? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get a discount or something for being a scholar
I
thing?
wish. No,
Okay.
I just the time it takes is much less.
Oh, right. It's
I
only
can
an
do it in
hour.
like 10 minutes or something.
Or 10 minutes per level instead of an hour per level.
Just that.
I think that's what it is. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yes. So you have fireball now.
Yay.
Well, what level? You're level 5? What spells did you take for 5th when you got up to 5th level?
I took Tidal Wave and Counterspell.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm gonna prepare crate, food, and water.
Ooh, good idea. What are you getting rid of?
No, I only had 8.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you needed one extra one. I remember telling you.
Doesn't it say in the spell that it tastes bland or something? I think I read that last
Yeah.
time. That it tastes bland.
But it will have us survive if we're going down.
Sure.
In the underworld.
And I'm pretty sure prestidigitation can flavor things, so maybe we can just like season it with magic.
Like being served porridge, but somebody's got like the magical cinnamon and brown sugar.
That's pretty good, actually. Oh.
And
Sorry,
I'm also
Sophie.
going to use my.
I just did it
horn
to myself too. Now I'm hungry. My stomach just started growling. Okay. Oh yes, the Horn of Goodberries.
Yes, I'm going
That-
to activate that.
That lucky coincidence.
Yeah.
Henrietta called out. We all knew it, but Henrietta had to call it out in the
Yeah,
recap. Thank
had
you,
to.
Henrietta. To be fair, Ida was a very good sport, and she was very kind to let us use her character to keep everybody going for a few levels and 6 months.
Absolutely.
So, thank you, Ida.
Thank you.
All right. So, Daria, is Zanice attuning to her newfound stone?
I would like to ask first if Charlotte can identify it.
Okay.
Well, I'll need a pearl. Is it a pearl? I'll need a pearl.
It's not a pearl, no.
Oh. It is, isn't it, for identify?
Yeah.
Oh, you need a pearl. Yes, it's. I thought you were asking if the stone was a pearl. You do need a pearl, yes. Do you not have a pearl?
No.
But I thought it.
Okay, for the purposes of this, I'll let you cast it because I don't think it's going to cost anything to borrow it.
Okay. I cast
Okay.
identify. Wireless pearl.
Ritually, yes. Okay, so this is a stone that grants its wearer or bearer, however you want to carry it, a +1 to all spell attack rolls and increases the spell save DC by 1. it is only attunable by a tiefling of this particular tribe.
Nice.
And
So
it has
I
to
will
be
attune to it.
it has to be a sorcerer, actually. So it's not just a tiefling, it has to be which is why they can't use it. Because most of them actually aren't sorcerers.
So I would like to attune to it.
Okay. And you realize that it's like it's a very small stone. So it would be very easy to attach it to a little thong around your neck to wear like a necklace, or if you wanted to wear it on your person as, either in the form of a bracelet or tuck it into your tunic or something, you can do that pretty easily.
I can help you with that. I used to be a crafter.
Yeah. And there are traders in the group who, have leather goods, because that's one of the things that they're exporting and trying to trade is things like belts and shoes, and they're getting stone and metal and glass and jewels, and they're giving things that are produced from living organisms like trees and cattle. So you can easily hire somebody to do that for you.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Are there only kind of merchants in the group, or are there crafters as well?
Some of the merchants have some crafting capability. There's tradesmen.
Okay,
So
going
there's
to go
basic
up
tradesmen.
to some who sell leather and see if they can make a harness for Rua
Sure. Yeah.
for good berries.
For good berries. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, there's somebody who's selling belts and things, and they can certainly create something very simple for Rua that's light and has little pockets that Rua can reach with her beak.
Good.
It looks
How
like a
much?
it looks like a bandolier. So she
Mm.
looks like a Mexican gunslinger.
Yeah.
Owl. Well, she's missing a sombrero and a bushy mustache.
Yeah.
The fellow is a small, slight fellow. He looks quite intimidated by all of you. They've tried to stay away from you as much as possible. No charge. It's fine.
No, I'm going to pay you. Just tell me how much for the material and your time.
I can do it in a day. Shall I call it 15 silver?
Sure, I'm gonna give him a gold. I don't have any silver. So I'm gonna give him a gold piece. No, two gold pieces.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. And
Cheap
the thing.
bastard.
Yeah. 2 gold pieces. Sorry.
Which is funny because in the old system, it used to be 20 silver pieces to 1 gold piece, but for some reason they changed it. Yes, so he takes the 2 gold and he starts fishing around for change.
No, it's okay.
And then he sort of ducks his head and thanks you. I'll have it for you by the end of the day. Just come find me after we stop for supper.
Okay.
And if you don't like it, I can change the color.
It's fine. It's fine.
So by the end of the day, he comes back to you, or he actually comes looking for you, and he finds you, and he shows you what looks like a very nice, very simple, light little harness. It's got how many realistically could we fit on an owl? Maybe 6 slots for berries. I don't think we can fit like 10.
I was thinking 3, but okay. I'll go 6.
Well, I'm taking a bandolier, like a crisscrossing bandolier, so 3 on either side. And it's got to be able to reach it, but they've got 360, almost 360-degree turn in their neck, right? So,
Yeah.
Let me know how it works out.
It looks great. Thank you.
Okay, well done. After day 2, you finally get to the mountains, the foothills of the mountains. and the path starts getting more difficult. At some point, one of the traders says, we're going to be heading into the tunnels here. Are you planning to come with us still? Because we have to take a slightly longer way with all the wagons. But there is a smaller tunnel that is useful for people, smaller animals, and not large wagons like ours. We have to go down a slower gradient slope, but you can go down this path. It's got some stairs, but you'll be fine. You sense that he's almost hopeful that you'll take that path.
Are you sure you don't need protection?
Oh, no, we'll be fine. We've come this way before.
Okay. We are in a hurry, so we should probably take the other route.
Yes, absolutely. And he
Just
seems
sense
almost
motive.
grateful. Sure.
Don't trust
Yeah.
this guy at all.
Insight. Yeah.
13.
That's definitely an ambush. No.
Ah.
No. You think this guy you think the vast majority of the traders are still very fearful of you, and possibly not just fearful of you, but also fearful of the guilt by association for having been seen traveling with you in your so-called protection, air quotes. And they can't wait to just be rid of you.
Shortcut it is.
Okay. And the tieflings presumably are coming with you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You start heading down, and as he said, it is quite steep. You can see why it would be impossible for them to get their wagons down here. In certain sections, it's quite narrow. Some of the passages aren't just tunnels; they're actually, paths carved into what would normally be considered cliff face if this was on the surface. Sometimes the bends are very sharp because they tend to follow the geology that's available rather than being force carved out of the rock itself. There are sections where you have to drop down. There are man-made. When I say man-made, I mean possibly dwarven-made or man-made or some other humanoid species, intelligent creature carved stairs. In other areas, it's obviously a natural set of broken surface that you can climb down, but essentially have been worn down by years of use into something approximating uneven stairs and steps. Occasionally, one of you stumbles, falls, maybe even bangs a shin, but for the most part, it's fairly safe. Oh, sorry, this was the entrance, just so you see it. But it looks much more serious. Finally, you come into a very large cavern. None of you have been this way before, because when you came to Gauntlgrim the first time, you actually came through the Great Forge underneath, didn't you?
Yeah.
We were there. Yeah.
So you came actually through the lava tunnels.
Yeah, and the
as it
worm
were.
tunnels.
And the worm, that's right, the purple worm. Thank you very much, Yvonne. Well done. Point of inspiration to Cracker for remembering that. You enter this large cavern. At first, it's very nondescript. You don't even realize it's going to turn into a large cavern. You basically come around a left turn. It's all kind of rough, natural looking, just like most of the tunnel behind you. You then see these massive doors. That's not you guys, but let's pretend that is. And there's some writing in Dwarven above the doorway. The doors themselves appear closed.
And what is written on the door?
Gauntlgrim, under new management of King Brunor. And then on a plaque near it, there is a quote. which you can read in Dwarvish. Do you want to read it out to the party?
Of course. Silver halls and mithril doors, stone walls to seal the cavern. Grander sights than e'er before, in mighty mine and tavern. Tall heart in endless night, in toast or lift your flagons. You'll need the drink to keep you right, and forge that bakes the dragon. At the forge that bakes the dragon. Come del Zuon, come one and all, rush to grab your kin, and tell them that their home awaits in grandest Gauntlgrim.
Well done.
Yay!
Poetic.
Thank you. And you know that Delzoun is the name of an ancient dwarven city. Well, kingdom, really. All right.
Do
The
we knock?
doors. Yeah. Just stand there.
Yeah. Melon. Nothing.
Nothing happens.
I tried.
Cracker's gonna walk up with the fancy new longsword and just with the hilt just sort of tap on the door.
Uh-huh. Nothing seems to happen. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
We need Violet with the thaumaturgy.
Sunny says that as well.
Handle?
A lever?
I'm not gonna yell.
Lever? Lever. Go ahead.
Quiet.
What?
I said go ahead.
Oh,
While I whispered.
I couldn't hear it.
I
It was
said
so...
I'm not gonna yell.
You're not going to yell. Okay.
Is there a button? Do you say lever or lever?
It depends. Either. Either.
Thank
See
you.
what I did there?
Yeah.
See what I did there?
You
Gonna
say
look for a-
either.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Gonna look for a lever? Lever?
Yes, there is a lever.
I'm gonna
It's currently in the down position.
push it up.
It doesn't move.
Cracker. Needs a muzzle.
All right, Cracker gives it a go.
Cracker's basically a walking knock spell.
Yeah. Ooh, I do have knock.
Oh no!
Nice.
Actually. I'm gonna see if we can find another way in first. Or I'm going to try knock after that.
Okay, so first of all, Cracker, go ahead and roll a strength athletics check.
12?
Ugh! Doesn't budge. But you're not sure if it's because you didn't get the right angle, didn't put all your back and legs into it, or it's just not going to budge.
I'm gonna just say it's not gonna budge.
Because Cracker would never make a mistake when it comes to something strength related. Yeah, it's kind of your thing.
Is there any other writing on the door?
No, not currently.
Don't you have like titles here? And can't you just like try to introduce yourself and see if that works?
Oh, like the doors in the Tower of the Cloak and Stars.
Well done. Point of inspiration.
Oh, yes. Let me find my title though. Does anyone remember that title?
Well, the heroes of Gauntlgrim.
Did you get a token or a necklace or anything when you lost there? Can't remember.
I don't remember getting one, but I am Lady Charlotte Seahauler, first
Oh
Vice
my God.
Admiral of the Navy.
Christ.
Wait, shh.
Sorry.
Did it work?
You say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody else roll to see if you crack up laughing.
Oh,
That'd be more a wisdom check.
It sounds very impressive. There is no discernible response. All you hear is the slight echo of your voice throughout this cavernous chamber.
this door is a tough opponent.
Can I take out the medal that we got, the
Mhm.
Heroes of Control Grim?
Yes.
Maybe something with this? Lady Seaholler?
I mean, what are you doing with it?
I look for something that it fits.
There doesn't seem to be anything that you could use this as a key to. Tonker will say, I'm not an expert on this, but it appears that Gauntlgrim is closed.
Can't be closed.
Well, I agree, but normally somebody would have responded by now.
Do you know the spell knock?
Oh, I do somewhere, but I haven't prepared it. I'd have to find it in my spell book. Where did I put that clip clop? Do you know where?
And he starts rummaging through his shopping cart, and you can see
Yeah.
it's going to take him hours to find it.
So should I just try? See if it works? It's a big door. Never tried it on something this big before.
I don't know how they'd feel about it, but I suppose you could try it.
Well, should we just turn back then?
Well, let me try something.
Okay.
And he closes his eyes, and he snaps his fingers, and Yodel reappears.
Now, would you mind just scouting around and seeing if there's another entrance?
And Yodel just goes,
Guinea pig I am. No, I hate when you say that. You know I respect you. Many snacks you will give.
and then he turns invisible, and you can just sort of hear the flutter of little wings.
He'll be back eventually.
And then he sits down and he starts eating a snack that he pulls out of one of the boxes.
Biscuit?
Thank you. I'm gonna sit down beside him. Start eating.
It's very bland.
Oh, we can try this now. Charlotte, can you try prestidigitation to see if you can flavor it?
Sure.
Some nice cinnamon.
Cinnamon it is, and brown sugar.
Yes, it tastes like a massively tasty cinnamon bun now.
Delicious.
Oh, that's much better.
Thank you.
By the time you guys finish your carb-heavy snack, Yodel suddenly reappears.
Tunnel I found. Is it open? Hard to say. Come look.
And
Okay.
he closes his eyes. Yodel closes his eyes. And then Tonker looks at all of you, opens his eyes, looks at all of you, and then suddenly in his hand, his open palm that he lays out in front of you, you see a very small holographic image. And it sort of circulates 360 degrees. And it appears to be a tunnel.
Well, how big is this tunnel? Can we fit?
Large it is. Big enough for all.
What's that thing at the end?
Moves. Many blades.
Ooh.
Windy. Sucked in almost, I was.
Safe option.
I don't know if it's better to kind of sneak in that way or just open the door.
We just open the door.
But if the door is locked to keep something out, then it's stupid to open the door.
Yeah.
I can't lock it again. Can go and look at the tunnel, at least.
Sounds good. Let's go investigate.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you this little bit and then we'll break for the week. As you approach, there is a noticeable increase in the rate of flow of the air coming from behind you. As you get to be within range of actually seeing the tunnel and what's at the end of it, you can hear a loud whirring, slow whirring. And the wind is very, very strong. Each of you will have to roll a strength athletics saving skill check rather, or risk being drawn in and knocked down.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Do I have time to grab Sophie?
Yeah. There's no. It's not like it's
Okay.
it's very gradual. So if you guys wanted to do something before you get too close, it's obvious as you're getting closer that this is picking up. Right. It starts as a very, very gentle, light, bit of airflow. Then it turns into what you might call a breeze. Then it starts turning into wind. So at any time you can pull out of it. But once you get close enough, if you want to advance any further, you're going to need to try to do something to actively prevent being pulled in.
What if we all hold hands? Or link
Yeah,
arms or something?
that always works. Yep.
We
Through the
don't go any
power of
closer.
friendship. Now I sound just like Sophie.
Yes.
All right, rather than do the roll, why don't we just sorry, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I would stop before it got too bad because I know that I'm not the strongest.
Yeah. So why don't we just wait, because I don't want Laura to miss out on a chance to get turned into meat, into mincemeat.
Oh.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? Welcome back, Laura.
Yes.
Chop, 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 chop.
Bye.
Bye, look, can I have your yogurt? All right, folks. Yeah, exactly. All right, folks. Well, thank you very much. A lovely session, as always. I wish you all a wonderful and productive and happy week, and I will see you all next Sunday.
That was fun.
Thank you.
It was a lot of
you.
fun.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.